believing that one, masturbation is only associated to the young ones that are not married and is allowed is wrong. It is a trap. It is demonic, and it robs you of so much without you knowing that it does. It keeps you in a vulnerable state. And as a married man, that of this has always been one of the challenges or one of the issues that some of the young married women find difficult to address. They feel that because we are now together in this relationship, they can approach you and talk to you in a firm, trying to kind of establish their feeling. You don't get through a man in that way. Rather, you just toughen him up and then you lose everything at the end of it. So to me, addressing that particular issue rather than walking away is to be the woman that you are, the mother that you are. Bring that loving aspect of you, that caring aspect of you. It is important for you to know your place. As a head of the family, you are called to be the priest of your family. And being a priest over your family takes a lot from you. Aside from the sacrifices you make to be able to ensure that their needs are met, it is not just their physical need that you are called to make or meet in that relationship. Also their spiritual needs. And so when as a priest in your family, as an overseer, as a head of the family, you become loose in that aspect of masturbation, what you eventually have succeeded in doing is to open a portal for the enemy to come and destroy your family. Because what it does is it gets your mind dirty and makes you feel filthy and impure to even pray. It is very difficult as a man, the moment you are involved in masturbation, to pray. You will find it difficult to, carry out spiritual responsibility as a Christian. And even when you want to, you find it very, very, very challenging. You find yourself dirty to even pick up the Bible. You find yourself unworthy to even pray to God, because the God you're worshiping is holy. The Bible says that God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in truth and in spirit. You cannot come to God with an unclean heart. You cannot come to God with a filthy mind. And that is why when you commit such, it becomes difficult for you to pray. It becomes difficult for you to study your Bible. So how then would you be able to carry out your priestly obligation over your family? So when you become vulnerable to masturbation, you open the door, you open the portal for the enemy to threaten and disbalance your family foundations, bringing up issues, sickness, things, trouble, sickness. It can erode every aspect of. In fact, it comes in and destroy the relationship between you and your wife, between you and your children, in your business. There is nothing that will not be affected. I know it may sound strange to some persons, but that is the truth. I want the married men who are listening to this to drop a comment if you understand, if they relate to what I'm saying. Because the truth is that when you fail in your priestly responsibility, as a man, you have failed completely. It is not all about the physical thing you bring to the table. It is also the spiritual thing. You are the spiritual head of your family, and then you must be able to defend them both physically and spiritually. That is what you're called upon to do. In fact, the first line of defense that must be solid enough to keep your family firm is your spiritual defense, even before the physical defense. The physical defense is when your economy is strong, you'll be able to provide their needs, you'll be able to provide shelter over them, you'll be able to keep them safe from every form of external aggression that might, threaten their existence in your home. Whether it's coming from the family or your wife's family or from outsiders, you are always there to defend your family. That is what you do. But beyond that is the spiritual defense. The spiritual defense is when you engage as a priest and head over your family, spiritual head over your family. You connect to the Father to be able to shield your home against every challenging altars over your family. Because the power of the man is in his deep relationship with God. And that is why when you have that solid relationship with God, you are able to make pronouncement over your family and it stands. You are able to make declaration and it stands. You are able to prophesy over your children and it works. But when you have allowed yourself to be trapped by negative influences or lifestyle like masturbation, I guarantee that particular aspect of your life will be eroded. You would not have the strength to be able to carry out that priestly responsibility over your family. And so these are some of the implications and negative influences that masturbation, pornography, and the rest of it could have over your life as a Christian and as head over your family. You must be able to do or carry out your responsibilities in you. And so, please, I want us to bury this misconception that when you get married, you'll be able to overcome masturbation. No. Rather, as a young man, as one who is planning to get into a relationship, serious relationship, to say that, you must be able to deal with these challenges even before you get into that, to get to the point of settling down with a lady you love. Because when you're able to deal with it and overcome it, you're able to have an edge even before the relationship starts. In my next video, I will be discussing on some of the misconceptions that we get in a relationship. Masturbation is spiritual. For those of you who want to see it in that aspect, it is true. And so deliverance must occur, and then there will be follow-up. And then when you get into a relationship, it is important that you open up to your partner, so that even if you are in the process of working it out, the partner, seeing you the way you are and accepting you, will now be willing to walk it through with you. Because at that point in time, he or she will begin to look out for you in that aspect and be able to offer the help that you could at any point in time. And so, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, my colleagues, loved ones out there, please, I might not be the best in this, but I speak out of experience, and I am saying, please, we need to rise to the occasion as young men to accepting our role in a relationship, which is to being a priest over our home. We need to come to a point of accepting that we have a role to play, and that role is a noble role. That role is a calling. That role is spiritual. That role is important. Being a priest over your home and keeping that particular gate well closed and shielding your family against any spiritual inflow that is negative, that is destructive, and that is not designed by God. The hierarchy is Christ over you as a man, you over your family. You draw strength from God. Your family draws strength from you. When you get disconnected from where the source of the strength is, your family has nowhere to draw strength from. What it means is that that channel is open. The Bible said that the devil is like a roaring lion looking for whom to destroy. He is not just looking for who, but he's also interested in families to destroy. And so, when you leave your home open, knowing that it has been stated and it is clear that there are destructive elements within the environment that are just looking for an unlocked home to vandalize. Knowing and having that awareness, you still left your door open. I don't think there's any other person you should pass the blame to when the destruction eventually happens. Same with your relationship, same with your marriage.